I don't know about you, but I'm excited. Oh, did you see the president's speech last night or yesterday? Yeah. It was Pat. Did you enjoy it?
Oof.
Yeah.
Like I've enjoyed few things.
Yeah, and Stu, I saw your show last night. I thought you were going to have a brain hemorrhage.
I did in the middle of the show.
I'm surprised you could talk.
If you can detect, I am still a little raspy. I lost it, and I basically blew a gasket for 20 straight minutes on this thing last night. It drove me insane.
I know we try to avoid the word now, but I think it applies. He's just evil. He's just evil incarnate.
He's not a good guy.
He's not.
I mean, I watched that last night. He does not care.
He doesn't.
He doesn't care
not
at all about what's going to happen to these people.
Yeah.
About the interpreter that actually helped him specifically in 2008, who is still stuck in the country. He does not care. Doesn't care.
I don't think any of these people do, quite honestly. I really don't. I don't think many of the people who are in Washington, and especially those who are the ones who are claiming all this woke crap, they don't have any empathy. They don't have empathy. And I don't think President Biden has it. And, I don't know if I'm going to go down the evil road with you. But
Join me. Join me. There's plenty of room.
Join me. Join me. Now in the end. All right. Here's cut one from Joe Biden.
Last night in Kabul, the United States ended 20 years of war in Afghanistan, the longest war in American history.
Okay, it's not. It's
completed
not.
one of the biggest airlifts in history.
Oh my
More
gosh.
than 120,000 people evacuated to safety.
I want to see
Why'd
the
you
names.
have to do that?
That number is more than double what most experts thought were possible.
Oh, yeah.
No nation.
You're twice as
No
good as
nation has
possible.
ever done anything like it in all of history.
They didn't have to. Other
Only the
countries
United
don't
States
have to do that.
had the capacity and the will and the ability to do it, and we did it today. The extraordinary success of this mission
Extraordinary
was
success.
due to the incredible skill, bravery, and selfless courage of the United States military, our diplomats, and intelligence professionals.
This success argument is the most incoherent thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
It's like saying hey, we were playing with matches and gasoline in the house, and then we successfully evacuated out of the third-story window by jumping to safety. Well, wow, what a congratulations, I guess, is what I would say to that.
Imagine Ronald Reagan making this speech. Today, we all watched as the Space Shuttle Challenger reached its greatest moment. This is a great day for NASA. Now, many people will focus on the explosion, but that teacher that went up, she went higher than anyone else in the and that's what we promised, that she would be the first in space. And we are just going to keep on going because nothing went wrong.
And no nation has ever picked up so many individual pieces of a space shuttle in such a short period of time.
And you don't dare question me about the solid rocket, the solid fuel boosters. How dare you say there might be something wrong with the O-rings?
Yeah.
Do you know how many fish we saved from falling space shuttle debris?
Jeez.
It's
more than have ever been saved.
More than have ever been saved
in American history.
That is what he's doing.
And if this is an extraordinary success, what does failure look like to this guy? I'd hate to see it. I would hate to see what.
Let me tell you something. I wish, and I may show this picture on tonight's broadcast. When you have seen the concertina wire, the razor wire that was all over the gates of the airport and all around the border fence, when you see that, and we've seen pictures of people throwing their babies over that fence, right?
Yeah.
And Marines catching them. What you haven't seen are the pictures that I have seen of the babies that fell into the wire and then fought their way out and didn't make it. I've seen those photos. You need to understand how bad this situation was. Okay? Anytime he says this was a success, I want you to remember the image that you now have in your head. This was not a success by any stretch of the imagination. And people need to be held accountable, because if this is allowed to stand and these people are allowed to just continue on with no ramifications, you do not want to see what our military will turn into. I am telling you now, we will become the darkest force ever to walk the earth. With our technology and our resources, with our fighting machine that soon can be run robotically, we will make the Nazis look like rookies. If you are listening to me and you are in the military, you need to stand up today. You need to demand accountability. Do you know the only one that has paid and had to pay for accountability is the Marine colonel that stood up? He's the only one that's been held accountable for anything. This must not continue. Listen, by the way, in hour number 2, because I'm going to give you some real stats. All right, cut 2.
The Taliban has made public commitments, broadcast on television and radio across Afghanistan.
Wow. Why don't you say so?
On safe passage for anyone wanting to leave, including those who worked alongside America.
Stop.
If they made TV announcements, then
and radio. Don't forget radio.
Yeah.
And the Taliban, talk radio can't be trusted, but the Taliban can be trusted on radio.
Now, I don't know if they've tweeted it. I know they still have access to their Twitter accounts, but I don't know if they tweeted it.
Last night, I was getting a report from what's going on, and I can't give you any details, but I will tell you this. The Taliban cares less about the people who were helping 20 years ago and translating. They still will kill them, but they are actively hunting for those people who have translated for us in the last 5 years. And anyone who says, they're going to let them through their checkpoint, doesn't know their ass from their elbow. They have no idea what's going on, or they are lying. So, Mr. President, which one is it? Do you not really know what's going on? If so, the 25th Amendment should be invoked. If you do know what's going on, then you should be impeached for lying to the American people on such a grand scale. It is staggering. Finish the clip. Next clip.
Let me be clear. Leaving August the 31st
this one
is not due to an arbitrary deadline.
Oh, it's not?
It was designed to save American lives.
Oh, my.
Is that hard to take?
Oh, my.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
What are you talking about?
It wasn't an arbitrary deadline. It was based on the Taliban deadline that they told us where there's going to be consequences if you're not out by then.
Yeah, they gave us
the red line.
Yeah, it was the Taliban's deadline. It was not our deadline.
And I wonder if he used that. It was designed to save American lives on the Gold Star families that just had 13 of their family members slaughtered. So this was designed to save lives. In addition to the 13 Marines and Navy personnel, there's 170 others that were killed. You're not doing a very good job of saving lives if that's what this was about.
It couldn't have gone any better, though. Do we have a Biden retreat speech, earlier evacuations available? Can we do that one? Because this one,
I have to.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Gasket. Here we go.
I may not be able to be. I may not be able to be on the air today because I have so much to say, and I will get people killed if I say information that I shouldn't, and I also may just kill my entire business if I say what I feel.
Oh, I was so close. You want to talk about coming close to saying naughty words on television?
Yeah,
I could.
me too,
I
on
was
radio.
so many times got halfway down a word and stopped mid-syllable.
Can I say something to you? When you said that, I almost said naughty words. You mean like this? I almost said it just now. I told you at the beginning of the show, we were at a full-fledged duct tape alert. And they don't happen very often on the program because we're so numb inside, really, that your head doesn't explode anymore. But your head just might explode. Here's the next clip from our fearless leader.
Now some say we should have started mass evacuation sooner.
No.
And couldn't this have been done in a more orderly manner?
No
way. It was perfect.
I respectfully disagree.
Thank you.
Do. Good for you.
Imagine if we'd begun evacuations in June or July.
Yeah.
Wait, stop for a second.
Why
The
is that the
deadline
marker?
when he took office was May 1st.
Yeah.
Why would we start in June or July? And he's saying this as this outlier possibility. It's after the deadline.
No, that deadline of August 31st was not arbitrary.
No, I'm saying the May 1st deadline.
No,
he
well,
takes
that one-
office. There's a May 1st deadline.
That one was-
He's saying,
that one
what
was-
if we tried this crazy thing where we started evacuations after the deadline?
That deadline was arbitrary. The August 31st was not.
That was designed to save American lives. I forgot about that.
That one was designed to save American lives. The May 31st, that was crazy and reckless. That was just crazy and reckless. And why would we start in advance? Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Let's get everybody to panic and rush to the airport, which, do you know what a kill box is? You know what a kill box is? Anybody know what a kill box is? Okay, I think maybe you have to have security to know what a kill box is. A kill box is when, let's say, this studio, there's one exit out of this studio. Mm-hmm. This is a kill box. Mm-hmm. Somebody is in this. Mm-hmm. This is a kill box. They're shooting at us. So what do? The first thing you do is get out of the kill box. We created kill boxes. We put these chutes in. And you all had to funnel through 3 chutes right where the Taliban and ISIS were. We put you in a place where you couldn't get out forward. You couldn't get out backwards. You can't go sideways. It was a kill box. We allowed them to design 3 kill boxes and block us in. Why would we do that? Why would we do that? Why weren't our Marines the ones outside protecting the gate and the kill box? So if there was somebody that was coming in with a bomb, we'd shoot them in the head. This whole thing was crazy.
Well, you're acting as if this could have gone better.
I know.
He's about to
Sorry,
explain.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
That it couldn't have gone better.
Okay, all right.
American troops and evacuating more than 120,000 people in the middle of a civil war. There still would have been a rush to the airport.
Wait.
No.
A breakdown in confidence and control of the government. And it still would have been a very difficult and dangerous mission. The bottom line
Of course
is
it would have.
there is no evacuation.
Evacuation.
The end of a war that you can run without the kinds of complexities, challenges, threats we face.
You know what's really weird? I believe we ended the Civil War that way. I believe we ended the Revolutionary War. I believe we ended the War of 1812 in a rational way. I think we did the Spanish-American War. I think we did World War I, World War II. I know when we had all of our troops, and we didn't kill Saddam Hussein or any of his Revolutionary Guard, that they were still sitting there in Iraq. we got all of our guys out without any kind of panic, without any kind of trouble. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, here's the thing. He can't think of every war ends this way. No war ends this way. All of our other wars didn't end this way. The reason why we kept saying Saigon as a worst case scenario is because previous to this, it was the worst case scenario. Now this is the worst case scenario.
And Saigon wasn't on the last day.
Right.
Saigon happened over 30 days.
We had most of the people out. And that's the thing. Like, he's like, oh, well, if you try to evacuate 140,000 people, it's going to be chaos. Yeah, if you try to do it on the same day, sure it is. But when you have multiple months, let's say you started in April. And let's say, I don't know, maybe you did 1,000 people a day. Maybe there's 4 flights a day that leave with people that you needed to evacuate. You could do, let's say, 30,000 a month. And over 4 months, you'd have the same amount. Do you think there'd been chaos with 4 flights a day?
No. There wouldn't. And if you didn't have the Taliban roll into town.
Right. You protect the city.
Correct. And we were given that opportunity by the Taliban. They called us and said, we're on the outskirts. Would you like to protect the city or we will? And we said, you do it.
Because we didn't want to send in more troops because that would violate the dumb, fake line that Joe Biden created.
This guy is... Okay, I'm going to give it to you, Stu. I'm going to give it to you, Pat. Evil.
Yeah.
It's evil. It's evil what he's doing. And the only caveat on that is he just may be possessed by, because I think he might be dead. Are you hearing him? It's like some spirit is in him trying to work all the gears and levers so he can talk. And he's like, rescue Afghanistan. He is out of control. Out of control. Where are the good Democrats? I want to hear from you because this is a matter of life and death for all of us. This is the end of all credibility for our country. Will you just stand and say the president needs to be held accountable for this bloodbath debacle where we didn't even answer our allies' phone calls for 40 hours?